Up a lazy river where the old mill ran meets the lazy river in the noonday sun. Linger in the shade.
What's happening? Welcome to the channel. My name is Kevon the Golden, and today, everybody, we will be watching House of the Dragon Season 2, Episode 5. Last episode was so amazing. Just a pure, beautiful episode of Game of Thrones. Probably one of the best Game of Thrones episodes ever, just in the whole universe. Who would have knew dragons fighting in the air would look so beautiful? It looked like a paint of art. Like, I don't know how to describe it. But yeah, I do feel very sad for the dragons that went down last episode. RP Meleys, RP Rhaenys. You will be missed, Rhaenys. We're going to miss all that sass and smartness and things like that. But yeah. Also, get well soon. Sunfire the Golden, the most beautiful dragon in the world. I probably never said this on the channel, but my name is Kevon the Golden. I got that name kind of from Sunfire the Golden. So yeah, that's one of my favorite dragons in the whole, probably in the whole Game of Thrones universe, even in the books. I just never knew they could have dragons that look like that. Like, it's so it's so beautiful, man. Like, how can you get a dragon of all gold and go to war with it and damage it? Aegon, you are such an idiot. I heard people saying on the internet there's a show dragon, not a war dragon. I gotta agree with that because you don't mess up a dragon that beautiful, take it to war. Even if you were showing up not expecting to fight another dragon, I wouldn't want people shooting crossbows at my dragon. I don't want no holes in their wings, in his wings. Look at Vhagar. Vhagar all holed up. Years of battle. That is a battle dragon. That dragon is not cute. She has seen years of war. Darnish war after Darnish war. So, yeah. Get well soon, Sunfire. Just know, episode 4, y'all seen Sunfire at his peak. After this, you're just gonna see a real vengeful, mean, angry, disformed dragon, and that's just not Sunfire at her peak. Don't judge Sunfire off the things that he do now, because he was so beautiful in the past. We gotta give him a few. We gotta give him a few excuses and a few passes. We gotta close our eyes for a bit. Just let Sunfire do a few war crimes. All right, just a few. But other than that, I also was hoping. I hope we see more swords. They have done a really good job on showing like the small things of the universe, banners, houses having more color and things like that, as it should. I don't know why people think the medieval times are so dark, but yeah, I like they added more color. But I want to see the more swords, the Valyrian steel swords. We've seen Dark Sister, we've seen Blackfire. Those are two badass swords, but it is also a few more Valyrian steel swords at this time. Like Limitation. You have Lady Forlorn, which is one of my favorite names for a song, or for a sword. Lady Forlorn. You have Nightfall. That's so creepy. I'm not even gonna say whose sword that is, but yeah, that's that's a very creepy name for a sword, Nightfall. I want to see all of them, man. Those are some swords we probably should see in this show before it ends, but hopefully we do see it. But let's stop wasting time. Just go ahead and just jump into this episode. If you want to see the full uncut reaction, I know sometimes I can't post all the footage and I may cut out some of y'all favorite scenes. If you want to see those scenes, go ahead and subscribe to my Patreon. The link should be in the description below. It is only $5, ladies and gentlemen. $5. But enough being said, let's get into it. Oh, Corlys, no. Oh, I finna feel so bad for the man. Oh, he is beaten down. He lost the love. His true love, the love of his life. He has lost everybody he has loved and cared for because of that goddamn house Targaryen. Dang, that's all they can get? They finna bring Meleys to the city?
The traitor dragon Meleys, slain at Rook's Rest by your king, to Aegon!
Y'all just love y'all propaganda, huh? They know this ain't right.
Don't they realize we won the battle?
Strange victory. If it was one.
He telling the truth. We done lost our king in this battle. Like, did we really win?
I thought the dragons was gods.
Even the gods fall sometimes, son. Even the gods. Those corpses still up there hanging? Y'all not gonna take them down? Where the food rations is right now. Surprised they ended up in a bowl of brown. Just chest up, chin up. He is proud about it. Is Aegon in there? Oh, that is Aegon. I want to see him. I want to see him so bad. Little charred up body. Blackfire survived, of course. Valyrian steel. I was sure looking for Blackfire. I'm like, why he ain't going to war with Blackfire? I mostly just saying the dagger, but I guess he did.
Is he alive?
His grace remains with us.
Oh my God, he is a monster. Oh, they have to cut the armor off. It's just like the boots! Oh my God! The armor was burnt to his skin! Oh my God! Aegon!
Is my son going to die?
I'm afraid I cannot say. Now, if you'll excuse me, Your Grace, these next hours are most critical.
Of course.
Just give them some space, Allison. Just let them do their magic. Oh my God! Oh! Aemon! You massacred your brother! Oh, wow.
Someone will have to rule in his stead.
Let me guess, it's you, huh?
What happened?
We took the castle. I left a meager garrison behind to protect.
She don't care about that castle. What happened to her son? Her son! Her firstborn!
And Aemond?
That's a monster. You raised a monster when you birthed Aemon.
Criston Cole marches about the Crown Lands unchallenged. Duskendale and Rook's Rest are gone.
All you do is bitch.
We still have no ground army but the one we hope that Daemon will raise. He who has left us after some marital spat.
Do you take issue with me, Sir Alfred?
This is your
My
queen.
lord, it is merely that the gentler sex heretofore has not been much privy to the strategies of battle or their execution.
There has been peace in our lifetime. You've seen no more battles than I have.
She got a point about that. She is right about that. What war you been on? You ain't go to the damn Stepstones. You wasn't out there with Daemon and Corlys and Laenor.
Time is ripe. If we can strike King's Landing before their dragon is recovered.
Then I myself must do it.
My queen, you are the crown. It is out of the question.
What would you have me do?
Somebody else need to mount up.
To Harrenhal. To treat with the Daemon.
See your stepdaddy.
Rhaenys is fallen. He must affirm his loyalty to my mother and report his standing.
As he should. I gotta give it up to Jace. He's standing on business.
The Freys. They control the crossing at the Twins. Cregan Stark's Greybeards are marching south. If his men had a direct route into the Riverlands, we would not have to wait for Daemon to act.
How was they
We'll
gonna
retreat
cross
with the Freys
anyway?
to secure it.
By boat? Taking it is not a united force in the Riverlands, so I understand this.
The hour is late.
Daemon and Calastus!
You have no choice but to submit. Bend the knee to me.
or your house burns.
That's
I
simple.
would sooner be the lord of bones and cinders than bend my knee before some heathen Blackwood cunt. Fire dragon.
Your brother's head keep on its way back to you, Willem? I heard the maggots got to it.
That is quite the impression, Lord Bracken.
Write them down.
But alas, not an answer.
We choose fire.
Then fire it will be. Karasti's been waiting to burn some people alive.
I did not think they would be so eager to die.
What did you think?
They would rather burn than succumb. Exactly the kind of men I need.
Exactly. Those are some tough bastards.
They yet be. There are things that Crown itself must not be seen to do. Show them your worst.
I am your servant, your grace.
I'm loving Damon in the Riverlands, trying to get all these knuckleheads in order. By force or by flame, baby.
Over the centuries,
The Eerie?
many and more armies have broken themselves against my bloody gate.
A big one.
And it's like feeling powerless. So do I.
That's why you need to go to Dragonstone and go find your mountain, Raina.
Oh, they would make me queen, but they wish to keep me here, confined.
They betray their own smallness.
It's smart. We don't want our most valuable asset to die.
Will you send to him?
For too long I have looked to him for strength. If I must be supplicant to my own husband, what does that make me?
Y'all are wife and husband.
do
Y'all are
not know my
married. Y'all supposed to depend on each other. Like, what's wrong with that? Damon can be an asshole sometimes, but God, he still want to protect you now.
Damon.
Who was that?
Damon. If only you'd been born first. My favorite son.
What's that's his goddamn mother? You need to stay out the drugs, Damon.
Perhaps she could provide the necessary coin if you could only write to her.
No.
He said, I am not
Heroin
talking
is
to
my
her
God.
right now. I am
Guaranteed
single
payment myself.
for the moment. So stop eating. I love them brothers. They're so goofy.
Has he woken?
No. I must admit, I'm not sure he will ever wake. Our king's fate lies with the gods now.
Much as Alison Pray, the gods better look out for her at least one time.
The Regency will assure the people of the stability of the crown. Did you have a candidate in mind, Your Grace?
I myself served in this role for my husband. I am well prepared to do it again.
You played. The king does not lack for heirs. The obvious choice is his immediate successor, Prince
Aemon.
Aemon. Agreed.
Lord Laris.
I agree, Your Grace. It must be Prince Aemon.
It's the right
What
choice.
would you say if in response to Rhaenyra's crowning we raised up a woman of our own?
Aegon may not make it. Hey, might as well get Aemon ready to rule now. You literally started a sexist war and now it's happening to you as a problem. I don't feel sad for her. May have thought Viserys said something, but come on now. You know what they was up to the whole time.
Then let the gates be closed.
I would have been close, in my opinion. Ain't nobody coming in and out this city after my nephew got assassinated in his own bed. We closing the gates. Ain't nobody leaving. Ain't nobody coming in.
Someone cut down the fucking rat catchers.
He's starting off good. Cutting down the rat catchers.
The city's safe no longer. There is no food. Our neighbors are stealing from each other. We must get out.
I really love the small folks POV this season.
We'll have room.
We always needed that. Like, they the ones that suffer the most. Let's be for real. These are the people in the vanguard. Wow, she's so sick. She is playing good role at being sick. Do they have a sick actor award? Because she might win it. Oh, where are you supposed to go now? Come on, let him come in. Let me be a household dog. Let him come in. You gonna get eaten out there in Flea Bottom, man. It is rough out there.
Presumed you'd be here.
proceeding faithfully to the Prince Regent's commands.
Please get this dog out the scene. That's all I can focus on. He's so cute. I smell a riot. I smell a riot. You know, these flea bottom people like zombies. They closed the gates, the round just started. Fetch me their souls. Oh, she's so sick. She white. Oh my god. She is acting her ass off. Vermax?
Means death to bear steel against your liege. As I'm sure my prince is aware.
Just like a
And
prey.
against your queen?
Our hesitance does not lie in Rhaenyra as queen, nor in the ruminations of Lord Tully, the oaf. Our fear lies in Vhagar. Do you offer us your protection?
I do. And the protection of my uncle.
Larys Strong has been relieved of his castle. Does the Queen intend to raise up a new lord?
You might right with that. You might right with that. Here, all y'all want here, all y'all got it. Might die, but y'all can have it. What Daemon gonna do when you find out you taking this man cave? Go to war, Daemon. What are you doing? What was that? This is so creepy here. He said that's a creepy bitch right there.
The Blackwoods have overwhelmed the Brackens, and Lord Amos has pledged his banner to you. House Bracken is yours.
About time, see my boy quarters.
My castle is a tomb. Empty. Haunted.
Queen Rhaenyra wishes to name you Hand.
Even the death of my wife does not content her.
Like, what more does she want from
She
me?
not ask enough of my house.
And she flew to Rook's Rest of her own will, in defense of her kin.
And she died.
She died as she would have wished to die, with honor, in Dragonfire, in the way I myself wish to meet my end.
No, Baylor. Got that spunk just like Daemon.
You yourself may do as you see fit.
Granddaughter, I would make you my heir.
I am blood and fire. Driftmark must pass to salt and sea.
Let him know, Baylor. Like the blood of the dragon. That was pretty cool though. He tried to at least make one of his granddaughters, the heir. Oh my god, he is having weird dream after weird dream.
The River Lords have come, Your Grace. They wish an audience.
Now? What godless hour is it?
The Wolf. They are demanding to speak presently.
How dare y'all wake up King this late? Is that the dude he beat up when he first got there?
There's some reason you feel free to wake a king in his bed.
House Bracken have been brought to heel at the hands of Willem Blackwood.
That news is stale.
Their livestock was stolen, and our peasants put to the sword.
They pursued the women and the children. There were works of barbarity.
Punishing Bracken for his own treasons is one thing, aye. But these other acts...
What of common decency?
These beasts proudly carried the banner of House Targaryen.
We should have expected nothing more from a man who ordered the slaughter of a child in his mother's arms.
Oh my god. How dare you talk to King Daemon like this?
We shall not raise our banners for a tyrant.
And get burned to the crisp. I can care less. Ah, I gotta feel so bad, man. Is this lust for power over with? After he done lost everybody he really loved? You goddamn Kinslayer. You are Viserys Daemon of a child. Elaine?
Was it worth the price?
Losing the eye? Or killing your brother? Almost killing your brother. Kind of feel bad for Aegon. Oh, that's so sad. I'm so sad.
Visenya,
Vhagar's first rider.
I hope you do not mean to use her as an example.
Why shouldn't I?
Oh, it was a long time ago.
Do you know who Visenya really was once Aegon was gone? You might want to keep reading right now.
It is Lordship.
I love some Visenya, but
Assuming.
whew, that bastard of a son, Maegor.
And yet I must wait here. Always prudent. Sending others to fight and be felled in my name. When Aemond comes hunting for you, your dragon is young. Will you fly before Vhagar as Luke did?
Perhaps Daemon could.
So don't mention that name right now. I'm still mad at that nigga.
Vhagar is big, but Syrax is quicker.
So was Meleys.
Meleys fought 2 dragons and one of them is slain.
We have 2 large enough to stand against Vhagar. They are called Vermithor and Silverwing. And they sleep just beneath our feet.
Yes, and if only they had riders, none could stand against me.
There are those of our line who never ruled. Those who married into other noble houses.
Blood would be thin.
And yet,
The dragon will only accept a dragon lord to ride it.
It's gonna find some dragon seeds.
Are you suggesting we put a Malister on a dragon? A Tarly?
It's better than death and defeat.
I don't know about this one.
There are records here, surely, of our line, and of those who fell out of it.
Got the history right there. Got to read right now, read.
It's a mad sword.
Yeah, it is. That was a pretty good episode. I like the kind of episodes, like kind of after the big battles and things like that, because you know you get to see it's like a restart. Like, where do we go from here? Who's alive? How many men do we got? Who's still on our side? Like that's really that calls for some good entertainment. And after the Battle of Rook's Rest, it seems like Rhaenyra did kinda almost got Aegon up out of there. We don't know how Sunfire's doing. They say he might be dead, but they at least messed up Aegon so bad to where they don't know he's gonna live or die. But yeah, it was still a major loss to Rhaenyra in that battle because she lost Rhaenys. And like they said, probably in the beginning of the episode, we lost our largest dragon. If Aemond just decides to go out on a hunt, trying to kill dragon after dragon, like, who's really gonna stop him? Unless we all risk our lives and gang up on him. And right now it's just Baela, Jace, Daemon, and Rhaenyra. That's pretty much the only adult dragon riders they have left, if I'm correct right now. And 2 of those dragons are too small to really do anything with Vhagar. She's just gonna eat them up just like she did Luke in season 1. But yeah, I just don't know. Maybe if that's what I was saying through this episode, I wish Daemon and Rhaenyra can work together. Just stop all this pettiness. Stop acting like y'all some teenagers, and most of that is Daemon's fault. I am a fan of Daemon throughout the most of these characters on here. I may say throughout the reactions, I may act like he can do no wrong, but it's just me being a fan of it. But being realistically, he is the fault of most of this relationship problems, and hopefully they can fix this little love quarrel and get back together, because I would love to see them maybe tag team up and take out Vhagar. It seems like Sunfire can't really do nothing without a rider. it don't seem like Aegon finna be riding anytime soon. They said Daeron all the way in Old Town with a little baby dragon, and he can barely ride now. I don't know if he mounted up yet or what, but he still have a younger dragon. It's kind of big, but it's not the biggest. It's still like Vermax and Moon Dancer. I'll put it in that type of range. But yeah, I would love to see Rhaenyra and Daemon team up. Maybe try to take out Vhagar. One of them might die, but it might be for the good of the realm. Because even if both of them die, you still have Jace, who is a good, honorable character on this show, and he tries to go out and do something for this war and do something for his mother. He, like his mother says, nothing she can really do if she the most valuable asset in this war. She go out and just randomly get hit by a crossbow or a random bow and arrow, or somebody has a scorpion mounting on their castle walls. Like, she can just die like that. So there's no need for Rhaenyra to be going out trying to prove herself. I know that can weigh heavy on somebody, especially where it's kind of everybody pointing at you like it's your fault. My husband died. It's your fault. My wife died. It's your fault. My father died. It's your fault. My mother died. It's your fault. My children have died in this war. So what can you do? But I like that Jace is trying to go out there and do the right thing, trying to get these old wolves of winter to the Riverlands. He that was an important mission because, let's be for real, on our previous Game of Thrones knowledge, just based off the series, even just off the books of A Song of Ice and Fire, the phrase are fishy people. And I don't know how long they have been fishy. They say they have been very loyal to the Targaryens in certain time periods, but they just go off basic knowledge and just say, these guys is kind of fishy, and they just make sure these thousands of soldiers that's coming through can come through safely and do what they got to do. So that was very smart on Jace. He really took some command without really fighting, and that was good, because going out there fighting is dumb when you have one of the smallest dragons. Let's just be for real now. Now you just going after some little armies and stuff like that. Yeah, you can burn them to a crisp, but if Vhagar show up, there's nothing you can do. Let's be for real now. But yeah, back in King's Landing, you kind of feel, me personally, I don't know how everybody else feel. I know some people hate Aegon for what he did in season 1. And yeah, what he did in season 1 is not right. Nobody should ever do something like that. And nobody should ever be forgiven for something like that. But this is a TV show, and the way they tried to rebuild his character in the beginning of this season, and just like the small things, him trying to hear from the small folks and like, what do y'all need? Like, even though it wasn't kind of smart, him not knowing all the details and knowing he needed all these taxes to be taken, but he at least tried to hear them out and tried to compensate him. You tried, can we at least get this one guy something? He even tried to look out for the blacksmiths. I don't know how it's going now, because probably the people that was going to put those orders in charge and stuff like that are fired, like Otto, or burnt to a crisp, like Aegon. So I don't think that corn is going to be going toward the blacksmiths anytime soon. But hopefully we have a responsible council and Aemon, because that was smart of him closing the gates, because I would have been closing gates when my nephew got murdered in his own bed. But yes, at least somebody like Aemon, who is an intelligent character. He is not a dumb character. He might do evil things and might chop a few dragons out the air, but he is a smart character at the end of the day, and that is smart closing these gates. You don't want anybody coming in like the end of the episode, like one of Rhaenyra's handmaidens coming in trying to kick up some ruckus. You don't want that happening. So yeah. And we also got a feel for the small folks that's living in King's Landing and in the Riverlands too. They are going through horrible times. The Riverlands always go through a lot of BS. I feel so bad for them. It's like, come on now, can y'all just fight this war somewhere else? I know we kind of in the middle of the map, but come on, y'all can't do this nowhere else. But yeah, back to the small folks of King's Landing. I also feel bad for them, like Oath trying to get his sick daughter up out of there. I don't know if she would have survived the journey anyway. I don't know if she's even going to survive in King's Landing. It's not really looking that good for her. She was very pale and she looked extremely sick. Shout out to that actor. She did a great job at looking sick. I've seen a lot of sick actors, like Viserys in season 1. That was an amazing actor at being sick. But for a little quick second of little screen time of being sick, she has done a wonderful job. So yeah, I really feel bad for these small folk people. Like, you see a dragon's head coming through the streets, are you like, that's one of Rhaenyra's dragon's heads coming through the streets. Aemon flying back. I don't see no king flying back. I know Rhaenyra is gonna want some type of revenge since it's been a kind of a tic-tac-toe since the beginning of this war, and it's gonna continue being a tic-tac-toe. Like, I'm gonna backdoor you, and you might backdoor me, but I'm gonna backdoor you again. But it's the small folks that's gonna suffer the most when they get burnt up. And I don't know if they're gonna get further into the plot line, like in Fire and Blood, the book, when most people, when they seen the head of Meleys, they was like, yeah, like I said, like, yeah, they did do most of it. Like, yeah, Rhaenyra might come for revenge. The city might get attacked now, and they did a good job on that. But I would love to see the comic stuff. I think they mentioned, like, even some people were digging holes trying to, just in case they can survive in a hole from this dragon fire, and that would have been a little bit of dark comedy right there. But yeah, Aemon is the best choice for the Green Council, though. Let's be honest, we are at war. It's nothing we can do at this point, and I hope Alicent, and I hope Rhaenyra finally understand this after the Battle of Rook's Rest, that you just got to try your best now to come up with the best battle plan. Try to gather up all your forces. I know they're trying real hard. Daemon is kind of trying hard in the Riverlands, but yeah, I don't think Alicent was very equipped to lead this war in the time of battle, when Aemon is also the heir of Aegon. There is no other son. They already established this war on, we are not taking any females to be in charge. So her stepping up and being like the regent or the queen regent of this whole war until what? Maybe Aegon died, then Aemon get the throne. But why do that when Aemon can take over now? That make perfect sense. And everybody on the council with logic said, yes, that make perfect sense. Let's get the guy with the largest dragon to kind of rule the realm. And he did come up with a good battle plan. Last episode, he was not expecting Sunfire and Aegon to be there, but even if they wasn't there, I feel like he would have still defeated Meleys. That is a large dragon. Vhagar is an old, better bitch. So yeah, I understand why Aemon was selected. He also, like I said, made good battle plans, got the largest dragon. Why not lead? He may be a little chaotic at times, but hey, what can we do now? This is the War of Dragons, the Dance of Dragons, so we need the largest dragon to lead. Just like Aegon did when he conquered this mother. But other than that, also we had Daemon's stuff at Harrenhal and the beef going on in the Riverlands. Daemon is having some very creepy, weird dreams at Harrenhal, and I'm kind of loving it. Not in that way what was going on in this episode with him having sex with his own mother, but it is very scary. That would scare the shit out of me if I woke up from something like that. And it's so spooky. It's so spooky. I don't know if y'all can fix up this place. You was cutting wood and you heard her screaming. Like, what was that? That wasn't your dragon. That was just random screaming. But hopefully Daemon can get it together and get all these petty river lords and these just get them petty river lords together and form up and knight up and march on King's Landing before it's too late. You already said that Jason Lannister has already gathered a pretty large force from the Westerlands and is marching towards Harrenhal. We need the Riverlands to lock in, or it's either way. It don't matter who y'all choose. Y'all might as well choose now, because whoever comes through these lands is going to loot and pillage. So you might as well join the side so you can stop some of it. But I know there's nothing they can do since their liege lord is very sick and bedridden and things like that. But somebody got to step up in times like that. We need who is on the council. We need the heir. Whoever's the heir need to step up at that point. Like, I'm sorry, Grandpa, but I'm taking lead right now. But other than that, still an amazing episode. Hopefully Daemon can get these forces mounted up and we can launch our attack on King's Landing like it should perfectly end, in my opinion. That's how I want it to end. I just want Rhaenyra and Daemon to rule forever. But Daemon, he is really on some boy shit right now, trying to, I don't know if he's going for king consort. I don't know, but we'll find out. Thanks for watching, everybody. If you want to watch this full uncut reaction, please subscribe to my Patreon. It's only $5, ladies and gentlemen. The link should be in the description below.
Up the lazy river where the robin song wakes a bright new morning, we can loaf along.